Hey people, my name is Serhat. If you don't know me, you do know me now. You're at the right place at the right time with the right spiritual beings. I just took a shower, that's why my hair looks like this, and I did a workout and I feel so good and I felt like now it's time. I will do now the today's messages again in English because I realized I think I have to separate the contents of German and English speaking. So I created a second YouTube channel. So for all the German speaking here who are seeing this, I created a separate YouTube channel. I will put the link in my bio because it's just two different timeline realities. So I need two different accounts. So two different Serhats, the English personality speaking Serhat as well as the German personality speaking Serhat. Since I have a different vibration, yet I am the same person. It's like, I was thinking about that and it makes a lot of sense with quantum physics because then I have a different auric field, even though it's still high vibing, but it's a different personality. I don't know if you can follow me, but I do know it for myself. And it doesn't change anything for this channel because now this is the time that I will continue speaking in English. And I think I really bothered here and there some people with uploading a lot of things with the title that they don't understand their language. Makes sense. I mean, makes sense. So yeah, this is today's message with Serhat, the English-speaking Serhat. And let's check today's energy for Wednesday, the 15th of April. People, beautiful things have happened to me. I don't know if you do know that or if I told you, but in a couple zodiac readings, I told you that. And I love the intros because I love to give updates. And I quit my part-time job for the 28th of April. I feel like also I will start packing my stuff just to expect and give the universe the signal that I'm ready. And funny to say, because at the same time when I quit my job, I received the confirmation email from one international agency for modeling. And I'm so excited and so grateful for what's coming in my life. I welcome it. I let it unfold beautifully in divine timing, perfect, and receive it with grace. That's it. And I will just continue with my work because I feel so good. I even have schedule for everyday YouTube content. And and this is so amazing because I can work from everywhere with my laptop and just like buying myself a softbox and whatever. Maybe even I will be in a hotel room where there's good lighting, and I don't even need a softbox. I just need my laptop, my phone, and ready to go, honey. A good outfit, myself, my rings, my tarot cards, and most important, my crystals and my intuition. And I feel so passionate about this. I'm so grateful. Helping people, like I received the last days so many messages on my weekly zodiac readings where people were just saying thank you. And it made my day every day. It's unbelievable how good it feels and how passionate I am with just like using cards and speaking my truth, listening to my intuition, my vision, whatever you want to call that, my clear abilities that anyone else here in this room as well has got as well, and just like spreading my vibes. Like as much for the German as well as for the English. And I see it coming, like Age of Aquarius people. Like, I don't care. Look, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday for zodiac weekly readings, okay? Maybe even in a shorter time. It depends. Because sometimes I'm over hustling, sometimes I'm really in a mood, and then I can maybe even do it on 1 day or 2 days, okay? Wednesday, weekly energy check-in plus next steps, because we all need that on a weekly basis. Thursdays, what is he or she thinking and feeling about me, so you can let go of the person that ghosts you, so you can understand the bigger picture and see the next steps this person might take towards you. And Fridays, I have to check maybe here and there some, just like me reading out from my journals and like speaking my truth. But I feel so much change coming, and I feel so heard and I feel so seen, and now is the time more than ever to shine with my light. I just saw my Archangel Michael. Protected, blessed, guided as much as you are, okay? So let's check into the energy for today, today's oracle message, what the angels have to say, what the energy is. the 15th of April for the English content. Whoever has to see this, whoever clicks on this, you're at the right time, at the right place with the right spiritual beings. Yo, let's check the energies for today. And don't mind if I have notifications on with my laptop. I work with them as synchronicity. Sometimes I say something and then a notification comes. I don't care about the message. I am with you in this present momentum. It's more about the sound. It's more about the angels kind of interacting. Like everything is vibrationally matching to our vibration, to what we're saying, to what we're thinking. Maybe you have a thought, and then the notification comes and I will say, oh my God, this is a sign, or you will hear it for yourself, that's a sign, and you know that your thought is spot on intuition. Take what resonates, okay? Let's check today's message for the collective, because honestly, I just go with my intuition, and I don't, like, I quit my job, and I feel so good. Magician in the mirror, because we're the magicians. Whatever we put out into our reality, we receive back. So if we're like telling ourselves the same old story, it will reflect mirrored back by universe. Universe speaks the language of vibration. I know it's challenging. I saw again, Michael. I know it's challenging. And I don't want to say the word difficult. Like, I don't like these words, especially like, look, the thing is, our words create our reality. Our words and the words we use has a unique own vibration. I don't like saying the word I'm waiting for someone. I don't like saying the word I'm waiting for this opportunity. No, because if I say I'm waiting for something or someone, then I limit myself, because this is a limiting thought. This is a limiting belief. I know it sounds crazy. What is this you talking about? Like, I'm always telling that I'm waiting for something that comes. Yeah, maybe you do, but let me tell you, if you substitute waiting with welcoming, you create a shift in your reality, in your auric field. It's like Sabrina Spellman, it's like Harry Potter. You say Wingardium Leviosa and not Leviosa, you know? Like this kind of vibe. It's so important what you say. Okay, no, the pronunciation doesn't care. Because if you have high vibrating emotions and this is the word welcoming or welcoming, it's the same vibration. Let's do it. You say Wingardium Leviosa and it starts flying, and you don't say Wingardium Flyosa, for example, you know? Use your tools. Language is a tool, it's a vibration. Your vocal bands create a vibration by talking. And if you're saying the same old thing, and I keep seeing Michael here with us, I keep seeing a blue light up here, and it's beautiful. He's beautiful. He has a beautiful energy. So, like, I feel so protected right now to talk with you about that. And it's so safe and so stable, so rooted and grounded. Look, Levin, this is your limitless potential. There's an infinity symbol here. Infinite potential. Number 5, challenges. Number 3, balancing out. We see with the perspective that we have towards our reality, we see if something is a challenge or not. And I like saying challenge and substituting difficulties or hard time or tough with challenging, because challenge means it shapes me. If I have the desire to become an international supermodel, then universe, and especially Saturn, the last 3 years in Capricorn, has been teaching me the shit out of my being to let me see how much, to challenge me. How much, Serhat? How much do you want to become an international supermodel? How much? Tell me. Show me with your vibration. How much are you willing to go this path? How much are you willing to follow the breadcrumbs? Even if you're like, you know, and it was also in combination with pushing me to my soul purpose. International modeling is not my sole purpose. It's what my ego wants to create for this reality, because I do know we came here for co-creation. And I do know everyone here on this planet has the same right and the same birthright to co-create with each other. We just have to tap and see the infinite potential within our being, within our vibration. What you give out to the universe, you receive back, and it starts all internally. Means Saturn has pushed me the last 3 years, and I'm so grateful for these challenges, because I received so many no's from agencies. I received so much guidance from agencies. I received so much hurt from agencies. So many agencies have ghosted me the last years. And I was just applying. You know why? Because Saturn was like, or the universe, if I receive yes and I become successful without starting this, without following my soul mission, then I will never tap into that. Or maybe I have to even receive a really big tower momentum in my life. If you don't know what a tower momentum is, it's something when a sudden news comes, sudden shocks, something that crumbles down your reality in whatever case, in whatever experience, you know, like death or sickness, or like whatever darkness, like dark night of a soul kind of thing. Like I had these dark night of the souls, maybe not as bad or as I would say as unique as anyone else has his dark night of a soul, because it's not about comparing each other's pain. It's more about seeing how unique each other's pain is and what they shaped us to what kind of person. Imagine you want to become, you're the piece of wood, okay? And you want to become this soldier, this figure that you see and visualize for yourself. What do you have to go through? You're just like a piece of wood or a crystal, like, or a diamond. What has to happen for you to be from this piece of rock, crystal, whatever you want to call that, to become into this beautiful ring? Because this rock has consciousness and free will and what says, I want to become this ring. What happens to you? Someone is coming, universe, 11:17, by the way, and this is a beautiful sign for me. 14:41, by the way, the time. Something's coming to you and making you feel pain, making you feel challenges, making you go through challenges, like taking you as this rock that you are and putting you against this machine to cut you into this shape. And then when you're ready and in the shape of this crystal and shining and glimmering with all your light, it's because you never gave up and you have been going through and you've been doing and you've been telling, and you've been keep telling yourself, I know who I am and know what I want to become to. I see myself and my limitless potential. Speaking this out to your reality constantly with the 5+3 here, having a balancing time, balancing yourself out no matter what kind of challenges you go through, because 5+3 is an 8. Because you do know whatever I invest into myself, if it's in form of tears, if it's in form of blood, if it's in form of sweat, whatever I put into my reality for what I see myself, for what I desire, I will receive back. And then you're going to be ready. And then source is like, okay, in what kind of jewelry you want to be placed in? Because you see that you want to become a ring, okay? But then source is like, okay, but before you become to this beautiful ring, we have to shape you and it's going to be hurtful. But this pain is worth it. It's the same thing with this here. So, you know, don't say like, I can't anymore and I don't know where to go. I don't know what to see. I don't know how to continue. I don't know how to persevere. I don't know how to, you know, the rock here would never persevere if the rock would never follow their impulse of the bigger picture that this rock is receiving with their intuition. When the rock just holds on to what he sees or she sees with the 2 eyes and the ego and the wounded parts, then of course they will give up. But it's like what are you willing to go through so you can become this beautiful piece of jewelry? Because you see yourself, your biggest potential. And what you see in yourself is the reflection back from universe. So universe sees in your potential as much as you see in yourself. Again, universe sees so much potential in you as much as you see in yourself. Magician and the mirror. The mirror stands for the universe, and magician, you are the magician. So whatever you put today into your reality, remind and stay awoke, be conscious. Whatever you tell about your reality into your, like whatever perspective you have towards yourself internally, and speak out into your reality as like using spells and being the magician. Your body, your voice is this beautiful, beautiful band. It's in your power. If someone is asking you how's your life going, it's not about lying. It's not about putting off a mask and letting them know that everything is beautiful and blah blah blah. It's about changing your perspective internally, holding on to the bigger picture. you know, it's like this, the stone here. Imagine it's already a little bit shaped and like a little bit bleeding, sweating, crying, and someone is asking, hey, how's your life going in this ring here? Hey, how is your life going, rock? And the rock is like, either the rock tells the story of everything is shit, everything is falling apart, everything is making me so weak, everything is difficult, everything is hard, everything is tough from this rock's perspective, then you will make it even more worse for your reality, because universe is like, okay, I reflect back to you, honey, I reflect back to you, bro. But another example, hey, rock, how is your life going? And the rock is like, hey, even though it's a lot of challenges going on in my life, I feel and hold on to the bigger picture. I feel how everything is falling together for my biggest and highest good, and I welcome it. I welcome it, no matter like last week has this happened to me, but it was another sign for me to the universe was like another test from the universe to see, rock, how much are you persevering? How much are you willing to sacrifice for your own best good? And this is what I hold on to. I hold on to the biggest picture of mine, and I know it will happen because I believe so much in myself. And the ring is going to be so inspired by this rock because the rock gets inspired by himself and the universe. You know, either the rock puts itself in the victim archetype or in the winner archetype. And trust me, I have been enough in my victim archetype in my past, like in the past years. I am winner as much as you are, as much as anyone else has the potential to be a winner, because we're all at the same thing. I am as much from source as anyone else. So means I am like, for me to co-create with anyone else here on this planet and receive limitless abundance and free financial freedom, not free, but financial freedom, is as much my birthright as anyone else's here on this planet. Yours as well. So be aware. And I think you became aware because this card came upwards. But I felt like I have to, I felt called to talk about that again and use these analogies. So let's see what's the supportive message here with the Psychic Tarot, because I felt like I have to grab this. I saw a vision of that. Magician in the Mirrors, supportive message. Archangel Michael, call upon you. Archangel Metatron. Archangel Gabriel. Okay, look, this card here fell on the tarot kind of, and on my rocks. I feel called to work with crystals. They you know, they store consciousness. They help you to improve your psychic abilities. We're like in a movie, and this is your stone. This is your tool. Imagine being like 3 angels for Charlie, or FBI agent, and they have like the scientists. They give them tools to to accomplish the mission. Honey, you have those tools. You just have to be aware of how to use them. Psychic abilities, hematite. Protection, like obsidian. Clear quartz, clearing your thoughts, clearing your energy. Grounding stone. Lapis lazuli, speak your truth and be expressive in who you are authentically. Citrine stone, balancing out your sacral and solar plexus. Look, again, it's like a movie. You create your rules. If you have this stone, you can even tell the stone, like, look, I command you to do this and this and this. You're a magic wand. You have free will, but the stone hasn't. The stone is just like storing consciousness. You can work with stones as in the meaning of what they stand for, or reprogramming the stones. Rejoice and celebration in reverse. Let's check the supportive message. Transformation. Yes. Beautiful energies. Like right now, even with you being here, I got goosebumps by thinking of this thought. Clairaudibly, I received this message. With me, maybe even talking right now about this, it triggered something in the one or the other to actually transform, to actually change their perspective and see their bigger picture and hold on to that. Because I know how challenging it is that sometimes we have this inner voice, these impulses that wants us to do some things, step into the unknown. It sounds so crazy for the ego. Like, why do you want to quit your part-time job? Right now, there are people who are losing their job and you want to quit it. Why? Because ego, I don't see myself in working in an office. Because ego, I am connected to the bigger picture. Because ego, in another reality right now, I made space for the opportunities that are coming into my path. And I let them welcome ego. This is like me having like literally conversations with me in private. Moon in Libra, like I'm multi-consciousness somehow. And you are as well. And with the rejoice and celebration on reverse, look, a lot of threes. 313. Hey Google, what does angel number 313 mean?
Here's a summary from the website sacredscribesangelnumbers.blogspot.com. Angel number 313 is a message from your angels that the strong connection you have with the angelic realm and the ascended masters is assisting you with staying positive, light, and optimistic about your life. Angel number 313 indicates that you are surrounded by loving, positive energies.
I just saw Metatron, purple light orb. Okay, look, this literally, I don't know if you hear that, but it says you have a strong connection to the angelic realms and the ascended masters. And you know, my clairaudience was like, tell them. The thing is, your intuition is connected to the bigger picture, to universe. Your intuition is connected to the higher realms, okay? Like it depends on you if you're like holding on to the lower vibrational thoughts, or no, holding on to the lower vibrational energies, or going above, you know, like telling yourself, I'm connected to love and light, I'm a light being, I'm spiritual, like being, making living a temporary human experience, blah blah, like all these affirmations to connect to the higher frequencies. And whatever your intuition is telling you, even like with you maybe quitting your job, even like with you pursuing your entrepreneurial business, starting to do these things, starting to show the world who you are, this is all not just coming from your intuition, like it comes from your intuition, but your intuition is connected to universe, and angels and ascended masters are in a collective consciousness from the higher vibrational realms. It means you're not alone with your thoughts. You're actually connected to the voices of the angels, if you want to, because you have free will, and to the voices of the ascended masters. So it's up to you if you follow this voice or follow to the voice of the ego that is like still in the earth plane. Because our ego is just our anchor to, in this vessel, to go from A to B. Our ego is also there to protect us, to set energetic boundaries, to see our own worth for real. Like ego is not something bad. It's just like we have to balance this out. But with the redress and celebration and reverse, I feel like also you're going to understand that you don't need certain friends in your people. You don't need certain hands. You just need your own cup. You just need your own thing. And falling masks. I get masks falling, and understanding that you don't need those people that were not really helping you. They're just like were holding you back. That were just like projecting their own ego fears towards your thing. Whenever I'm so aware of, sorry, the connection is gone. And sometimes that's why I'm so aware of who sits at my table and who isn't, and with whom I share my intuitive messages and intuitive steps forward, or like even the ideas that my intuition is giving me. And sometimes I don't share it at all with someone. Sometimes I'm just like alone, like enjoying my own company. Again, substitution of your vibration. We're not alone, we're just enjoying our own company. We're not alone, we're just like enjoying our own company and the company of our spirit guides, of our angels. I'm telling you, I've spent so many times, momentum, like for weeks in my room on my own company and just like in my own vibration, because I couldn't deal. I didn't want to deal with people because they were just like asking me questions about my life, and it was so challenging for me to speak my truth. So I was like, rather than being there and putting myself out there and speaking my truth towards people who just project their own ego onto my reality, and where I'm like still not confident enough to set energetic boundaries, I'd rather stay alone in my room, like here and there smoke my weed, journal, or journal without me, cook my weed, cook myself beautiful food, mother and nurture myself, and just enjoy my own company, watch movies. I'm telling you. Because sometimes I sat at tables, and I'm actually grateful for that, because it made me even realize these things that I'm sharing with you right now, where I sat at tables and there were just like energies that kind of saw my light but wanted to dim that. You know, it's not like, this is again maybe even ego, like they, and me separating them from them and judging them. But it's not about judge. It's more like how it made me feel, and that's why I took responsibility for my own thing. And we're like, okay, no, I don't want to. Like I remember even on New Year's Eve, I was enjoying my own company in my room from 2019 to 2020, because I do, like I knew, like why should I why should I spend New Year's Eve with energies where I'm like, I don't know how to formulate this in a light being way, but it's more like I understood for myself that I love myself so much that I don't need anyone, and I don't want anyone in my table at my vibration that was anyways not matching my vibration, because I was in Barcelona, um, to spend New Year's Eve with, especially if I, like, why should I put myself into the position where I have to speak my truth towards people, because I'm magician in the mirror. And even in those momentum where people ask me, this is the most important, you have to speak your truth confidently in a high vibration. And sometimes I couldn't. Sometimes I put myself in this victim situation. Sometimes my team leader was asking me in the work office job, and Sarah, how is it going with modeling? And I was like, so I don't even know why, but sometimes I put myself, was like so listening to my ego and put myself, yeah, it's going fine, and like, you know, like sounding so low. But then I realized in those momentum where he asked me again, and the universe was testing me, and I spoke my truth, and I was like, hey, everything's falling together, and it's so cool, and so many good things happening. And it was not a lie. It was literally me changing my perspective. I'm telling you, in those momentum, I did something in my vibration that created this ripple effect in the universe, and it reflected back to me. It mirrored back to me. And I realized, okay. And it's also funny because after that, less and less and less people asked me about how's your modeling going, because the universe was like, okay, we tested him enough, he learned his lesson. I'm telling you, it's all about what you speak into your reality. Do you speak your own, the same old story, or do you actually start to change your perspective and see that everything is falling together, and create this change in your auric field by speaking it out to you? Even if it means you have to start in front of the mirror, even if it means you have to start laying at night in the bed and reflecting your process, reflecting your life. I'm telling you, I remember that I was doing that when I was younger, when I was a child, being in my bed and crying and spreading seeds. And I didn't know anything about law of attraction. I was just doing that intuitively. I think that was me channeling my higher self. But I remember when I was laying at night in my bed, and I was like, in primary school, 4th class, 5th class, middle school, 6th class, middle school, and I was like chubby. People like, I'm so grateful because people challenged me by bullying me because I was overweight, and I had a higher voice, just to let you understand my background. And in those momentum, it actually let me spread the seeds. And I'm so grateful, because then I was like even telling myself, I see myself being a model. I see myself becoming a model, changing the world, and this and that. And I started crying every day, every night. And look where I am now. Like, we are so powerful beings. You're as powerful as I am, as anyone else here on this planet. It's just we have to change our beliefs, and we have to recondition ourselves. I mean, for real. It's not just about believing in yourself and crying in your bed and like out of nowhere miracles start happening. I was doing the work I was combining both things. I believed in myself and reconditioned myself. And I have at least 10 or 11 or 12 journals with me about 2019. because 2019 was the year where I worked on my foundation of my tarot card empire and my international supermodel empire and actor. Tell me what you want to do, but I worked for that, for real. And at least it's my truth, you know, because I have wrote it even down in journals, and I have at least 10 or 11 or 12 journals, and I still continue with journaling. Reconditioning, affirming, working on my lack, working on the lack of abundance, feeling abundant, working on the lack of believing myself to see myself as a model. So whatever there is in your reality happening right now, you're transforming and you're seeing so much beyond. You're seeing so much beyond those helps, those hands. Because maybe you have people at your table, I just hear it, and you share with them your like intuition, and they're just like anchoring you on an ego base unconsciously, non-intentionally. That's why, you know, like with me talking about, I spent New Year's Eve on my own, enjoying myself. It's not about pointing out with the finger and being like those are low vibrational people because they do that and this and this. No, I am as much from source as they are. They're just like embodying this puzzle piece, and I'm grateful for these experiences because it shaped me to who I am now, and it keeps shaping me. It keeps challenging me. The growth never stops. Growing never stops. Again, growing never stops. Learning never stops. Reconditioning myself never stops. There's so much more on this planet that we don't know about in the occultism. Hidden truths, hidden beliefs. Everything is unfolding, and I'm so ready to welcome this journey. But this is part of the journey in these people as well. However, sometimes it's not even intentionally by them. Sometimes it's not even consciously by them. It's just like they're embodying this puzzle piece sent by source to shape you, to let you understand, to make you feel stronger in the innerst core of your being, to believe more in yourself. That's it. And it's up to you and your responsibility. What do I do with this? Do I go with the ego, or do I go with my intuition? And sometimes they're like anchoring you with their ego and projecting their worries and their fears and their beliefs and their conditionings onto you, and it's up to you. I just saw Raphael, green light up. It's up to you. Do I have so much compassion towards myself that I don't allow it into my auric field by setting energetic boundaries? It's about, you know, it's not about disrespecting their beliefs. It's about, I respect what you believe in. I respect what you believe in, you know, but this is your truth and this is my truth. And it's not about saying that your truth is wrong. Your truth is right because you feel certain emotions by that, and this is your reality. But my reality is as unique as yours. And with all the compassion towards myself, I have to set here boundaries because I love myself and respect myself. You know, it's not about saying this phrase word by word towards this person, but it's about you trying to speak your truth, and it's really, really challenging. Trust me, if it comes to my parents and I have to speak there my truth, it's so much more challenging than in regards to in comparison to other people, because there it's like more my inner child, more like easier for my inner child to tap into the old beliefs, old habits, old patterns. No matter how much I recondition myself, it's really challenging for me to not be reactive towards my parents, especially with my Turkish personality. If it comes in German or English, but my parents don't speak English, I could preach, but if it's my Turkish personality, there's so much more to do work in. Just like my honest truth. I'm as much on my journey as you are. My Turkish personality for real is so much on its journey. However, yeah, it's like trying to say it from the most compassionate point of view. And then like let them do whatever they want to do with this truth, but at least you set a boundary. What they do with that, it's their cake. Let them eat it, let them throw them on the trash, let them do whatever they want to do with that. But if they like still keep trying to project their beliefs, even though you set boundaries onto you, then take a step back and understand who is it that I can celebrate with my beliefs and my intuitive thoughts, beliefs, actions, and who not. Again, it's not about this is a bad person, lower vibration, this is high. No, it's about you understanding who is kind of respecting your beliefs and taking a step back and respecting your boundaries, and who isn't. Because I have friends, I can talk with them about my decisions, and they're just like, wow, so inspiring and so in this, and like, I feel what you mean with your intuition, and I feel what you mean with like this other perspective, this voice of the ego. And as long as you do know for your truth what's the right thing, everything is fine, and go with that. Like, and they even help me to reflect, like, do you remember how you've been doing this and this decision, like the same thing you've been going to, but you went out of nowhere to Lisbon, to Portugal, because you felt called to go there and work in this call center, notification from a really close friend. And you just like went to Portugal because you felt this call, and then you started your journey, and out of this intuitive impulse, you created such a beautiful thing for you, you know. And they helped me to see this again, and then like helped me even stronger to connect to my intuition, rather than projecting their own fears and their own ego thing and their own beliefs onto me. I mean, I appreciated that people project their fears and their worries onto me, because it's their capability and their reality based on their consciousness, their beliefs, their conditionings, etc., on how they love me. This is their way to show this is their love language, especially with my parents. But again, like, I see through the conditioning, and I set boundaries. And I even saying like, thank you so much for sharing this with me. I appreciate that you care for me, and this is your way of how you show that. But this is my belief. And this is the same for you, okay? So thank you so much for today's message. Beautiful things coming to your way. Just be aware of your perspective, your beliefs, speaking your truth. And if you have a challenging time to speak your truth towards some people, then really try to make a step back, to take a step back. And if it's family, I know it's challenging, but if you have the chance to like find your own place and love them from afar, like love them with boundaries from like far away, then, and if you feel aligned with that, then do that. It's not about you neglecting your parents. It's about you trying to set boundaries and letting them be a part of your journey, yet taking boundaries, setting boundaries and growing, and let them understand that your intuition was leading you to the right place, so they can see through their conditioning and be inspired to heal on their own, as well as your friends. It's about, we cannot help people by being like, let me help you, let me shake you up, let me wake you up. It's about me waking myself up and following my intuition and aspiring this life that I desire so much, that I see with my intuition, and embracing that light. So other people see then, oh wow, he was not talking bullshit. He actually did what he was feeling and seeing for himself. It inspires me to go for my goals. It inspires me to see through my conditioning. It makes them, like, it creates something within them. That's it. That's how we can heal people. This is how we can heal someone. Not by shaking them up and walking inside the burning house and putting ourselves into danger. It's about you heal yourself constantly, becoming to your better version, to your future self, so other people become inspired by your light to see their steps through their darkness and phrases. We all have darkness. I also have darkness. Other people inspire me to see my darkness, to see the steps that I have to take forward. And I just want to inspire other people to do the same for them. Because I'm a healer, I'm a light worker, but I'm also an international supermodel and actor. And these are my tools, my voice, who I am, my path, my tarot cards, my crystals. Welcome to my channel. So all the love, have a beautiful day. Give me a subscribe if you feel aligned with that. And if you want to see more messages, I try to have them short, but sometimes I feel called to do these things because I think I even channeled here and there something because I don't remember what I talked about. But sometimes I'm so drifted away and speak and speak and speak and speak. And then I'm like, oh my God, it's already 40 minutes, you know? So if you want to follow me on social media, my name is there, Serhat Matthews, for seeing my portfolio and like everything that's coming, everything that's unfolding, everything that I'm welcoming. I hope as much as you welcome yours, because there's beautiful on its way to you, and you already received it in another reality, in another timeline reality. All the love, all the light, sending you space hugs. Ciao, bye.